Aunt Polly says I gotta whitewash this whole darn fence. 30 yards long, 9 feet high. On a Saturday morning when all the boys are free to play. But Tom Sawyer's got a plan. I'm painting with my brush so slow, making every stroke a show. Here comes Ben Rogers down the street, acting like a steamboat, looking for some fun to meet. He's gonna laugh, he's gonna tease, but I just smile and paint with ease. Like this fence is the greatest thing, like whitewashing's fit for a king. The whitewashed fence, my masterpiece. The whitewashed fence, my work of art released. I make it look like so much fun that every boy wants to be the one to paint my fence and pay the price. The whitewashed fence, ain't I clever and nice? They're begging me to let them try, while I just sit and watch them fly. Ben offers me his apple core. I say I don't know, there's so much more that needs the artist's special touch. And Polly is particular and such. He's begging now to take my place. I put reluctance on my face, hand him the brush, I step aside and watch him paint with boyish pride. One by one they come around, trading treasures to be found. The whitewashed fence, my masterpiece. The whitewashed fence, my work of art released. I make it look like so much fun that every boy wants to be the one to paint my fence and pay the price. The whitewashed fence, ain't I clever and nice? They're begging me to let them try, while I just sit and watch them fly. A kite, a dead rat on a string, 12 marbles and everything. A piece of chalk, a tin soldier too, a tadpole and a kitten that's blue. Billy Fisher gave his brand new kite. Johnny Miller painted half the night. And I just sat there eating Ben's apple, while they all worked without a battle. And if I hadn't run out of whitewash, I'd have bankrupted every boy in the village. Aunt Polly's gonna think I worked all day, but Tom Sawyer knows the truth. Work is what you have to do, play is what you wanna do, and I just made whitewashing play. That's how you turn punishment to gold. That's the story that'll be told of how Tom Sawyer, clever and free, got others to do his work for he. She walked into school that Monday morning, new girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. And just like that, Amy Lawrence didn't matter anymore. There was only Becky Thatcher. She sits across the schoolyard there, sunlight dancing in her golden hair. I've never seen a girl so fine, I gotta make that beauty mine. I show off, I shout, I run around, do everything to catch her eye. But she just looks the other way. What's a boy supposed to try? Becky Thatcher, you're all I see. Becky Thatcher, won't you look at me? I'd climb the highest tree, I'd swim the widest stream. Becky Thatcher, you're my every dream. Becky Thatcher, you're my every dream. Those blue eyes, that perfect smile. Becky Thatcher, you drive me wild. I'll do anything it takes to make you mine. Becky Thatcher, give me a sign. I draw a picture in the dirt, a house with flowers trying not to hurt my pride when she walks on by. Then she stops and gives a little sigh that's ever so nice, she softly says, and suddenly my heart's aflame. I offer her my greatest prize, a brass knob from an endearing frame. She takes it gently in her hand. This is better than I'd planned. Becky Thatcher, you're all I see. Becky Thatcher, you smiled at me, I'd face 100 fights, I'd brave the darkest night. Becky Thatcher, you're my light, that gentle way. Becky Thatcher, I'm yours today, I'll be the best that any boy can be. Becky Thatcher, stay with me. Becky Thatcher, she plays along, you're bad, she whispers with a smile. But draw another house in style, and right there in that moment sweet, my heart skips every other beat. I got engaged once before to Amy Lawrence, but that was kid stuff, that was nothing. This is different, this is real. Becky Thatcher is the only girl for me, at least until I mess it up. Becky Thatcher, you said you'd be mine. Becky Thatcher, everything's fine, we're engaged now, just you and me. Becky Thatcher, can't you see? Becky Thatcher, hold my heart today. Please don't go away, I promise I'll be true forevermore. Becky Thatcher, that's for sure. Tomorrow I'll bring her something grand, we'll walk together hand in hand. Becky Thatcher, change my life, maybe someday she'll be my wife. Becky Thatcher, my first true love, sent from the angels up above.
Huck Finn said he knew a cure for warts. You gotta take a dead cat to the graveyard at midnight, when the devil comes to take the wicked man's spirit. We didn't believe in such things, but we went anyway. We had no idea what we were about to see. The moon is hidden behind the clouds, the graveyard's quiet as a tomb. Me and Huck are hiding in the weeds, waiting in the midnight gloom. And then we see them coming through the gate, three figures in the dark of night. Doc Robinson with a shovel and a bag, Injun Joe and Muff Potter in sight. They're digging up a grave, stealing from the dead. My heart is pounding hard with dread. Graveyard at midnight, evil in the air. Midnight, death is everywhere. We shouldn't be here, we should run away. The dead cat's magic ain't worth the price. Graveyard at midnight, sees the blood, sees the knife in his hand. Injun Joe tells him, "You killed him, Muff. You were drunk and you killed him." Muff Potter believes it, but we know the truth. We know Injun Joe is the murderer, and he'll kill us too if he finds out we saw. It all. Midnight. Watch the doctor fall. Injun Joe's a killer, but we can't say a word. Graveyard at midnight. Our silence is a shock. You slit our throats if we ever tell. Graveyard at midnight. We're trapped in hell. We run through the tombstones. Hearts about to burst. We swear its secrets, and so will we, so will we, so will we. We ran till our legs gave out. Found an old abandoned tannery. Our hands were shaking, hearts were racing. We had to make a plan, a sacred promise. Because if Injun Joe ever finds out we saw him, we're dead boys. Says we gotta swear to keep this secret. Can't tell a soul what we just saw. If Injun Joe finds out we were there watching, he'll kill us both without a pause. I find a piece of pine bark shingle, write the words down in the dark. Sawyer swears they will keep mum. Now we gotta make a mark. Sealed in red tonight. Swearing by our fright. Doc Robinson falling in the fight. Muff Potter drunk and unaware, Injun Joe with that killer stare. We're just boys, we're scared to death, keeping secrets with our every breath. The blood oath binds us to the lie, but inside we're asking, why? We bury the shingle deep in the ground, make a solemn vow to never speak. But guilt's a heavy thing to carry, especially when you're just 12 years old. And you know an innocent man might hang, while the real killer walks free. They arrested Muff Potter the very next day. Found him sleeping near the graveyard, knife still in his pocket. He don't remember nothing, thinks he really did it. And we know the truth, but we can't say a word. Down to the jail at night, bring Muff tobacco through the bars. He looks at me with grateful eyes, says, "You're a good boy, Tom, you are." He don't know that I'm the reason he's locked up in this cage. An innocent man waiting to die while I'm frozen by my rage. Muff Potter's chains rattling in the dark. Muff Potter's chains weighing on my heart. He never killed nobody, but he'll hang for what Joe does. Muff Potter's chains, and I'm the silent one. The guilt is crushing down on me. He should be free, but if I speak, Injun Joe will come. Muff Potter's chains, I'm paralyzed and numb. Town's talking about the trial, how Muff Potter's gonna swing. He was drunk, they say, and mean, killed a doctor, did that evil thing. But I was there, I saw it all. Injun Joe's the one who struck, and Muff is just a harmless drunk, a victim of bad luck. Every night I bring him food and smoke. Every night I'm drowning, gonna choke. Muff Potter's chains rattling in
when everyone else turned away. You and Hook are the only friends an old drunk's got today. And every word just cuts me deep, 'cause I'm no friend at all. I'm the coward who could save his life, but I'm too scared to make the call.
The trial's coming up real soon. They're gonna sentence him to death. And I'll have to live with knowing that I let an innocent man hang because I was too afraid to speak the truth.
Becky won't talk to me. Aunt Polly's mad at me. The whole world's against Tom Sawyer. So me and Huck and Joe Harper, we made a plan. We're gonna run away and be pirates. Nobody'll miss us anyway.
We steal a raft in the dead of night, paddle down the Mississippi wide. Three boys with dreams of pirates' gold, running from the world to hide. Jackson's Island, 3 miles down, a place where no one comes around. We'll live on fish and berries sweet. Freedom's ours, life's complete. Jackson's Island, we're finally free. Jackson's Island, just us three. No more school, no more rules to obey. Jackson's Island, we'll live our way. Pirates on the mighty river shore. Jackson's Island, who could ask for more? We'll smoke our pipes and swim all day. Jackson's Island, we ran away. We catch our fish, we build our fire, living like we've always desired. No Aunt Polly calling us to chore, no teacher with her boring lore. Joe Harper's cooking bacon strips, Huck is carving with his whittling tips, and I'm the captain of this crew, the terror of the seas, that's who. The sun is warm, the water's cool, we've escaped from every rule. Jackson's Island, we're finally free. Jackson's Island, just us three. No more church, no more Bible verse. Jackson's Island could be worse. Pirates ruling our own domain. Jackson's Island, no more pain. We'll never go back to that town. Jackson's Island, we won't back down. At night we hear the cannons boom, they're firing from the town. We assume they're searching for us, dragging the river deep, thinking that we drowned in our sleep. But we're alive and laughing here, living without a single fear. This is the life we've always dreamed. Nothing's better than it seems.
But sometimes late at night, I think about home. About Aunt Polly crying, thinking I'm dead. About Becky at my funeral, wishing she'd been kinder. Maybe they do miss us after all.
Jackson's Island, our paradise. Jackson's Island, freedom's price, but homesickness is creeping in at night. Jackson's Island. Is this really right? Joe wants to go back home today. Maybe we shouldn't stay. The adventure's not as sweet somehow. Jackson's Island. What do we do now? Three boys playing pirate games, but missing home just the same. Jackson's Island taught us well. Freedom's great, but there's more to tell. Sometimes running away from pain just makes you miss what you left in vain. Jackson's Island, you were fun, but maybe it's time to go back home.
That night on Jackson's Island, the wind started picking up something fierce. The sky turned black as pitch, and then all hell broke loose.
Bending them down to their knees. Lightning cracks across the sky, lighting up the world like it's gonna die. The rain comes down in sheets of steel. Thunder shakes the ground we feel. Our tent is blown away in seconds flat. Three boys huddled, scared like that. The storm, nature's rage unleashed. We're just a feast. The Mississippi's rising high and fast. Will we even last? Thunder crashing, lightning bright as day. Nowhere to run away. God's fury pouring from the sky. We're gonna die. A tree explodes right by our head, split in half, we could be dead. The island's flooding all around. We're standing on shrinking ground. Joe Hopper's crying, wants his ma. Huck just stares in silent awe. I try to act like I'm not scared, but Lord, I've never been so terrified and unprepared. The wind is screaming like a demon's call. We press against the sycamore's tall wall. The storm, nature's rage unleashed. We're just a feast. The Mississippi's rising high and fast. Will we even last? Thunder crashing, lightning bright as day. Nowhere to run away. God's fury pouring from the sky. We're gonna die. We huddle close beneath the tree, praying that we'll make it free. Every crash of thunder's roar makes us want our mothers more. This pirate life ain't what we thought. Now we're fighting to not get caught by the river's hungry tide or lightning's fire from the sky. The old sycamore's the only thing keeping us alive. We grab hold of its trunk and hang on for dear life. The rain's so thick we can't even see each other's faces.
as sudden as it came. The storm moves on without a name. We're soaking wet and shaking cold, but we're alive, three boys of old. The dawn breaks slow and soft and gray. We made it through to see the day. The storm has passed, we're still here. But pirates, we're done with that career.
We snuck back into town the night before, hid in the church gallery while they held our funeral. The whole town thinks we drowned in the Mississippi. Aunt Polly, Becky, everyone crying over us. And we're right here, watching it all. The church is packed from wall to wall. Every person in St. Petersburg came. The preacher's talking about three lost boys, Joe, Harper, Huck Finn, and me by name. And Polly's sobbing in the front row. Mrs. Harper's got her face in her hands. Even Becky Thatcher's crying in tears, and I'm hiding in the gallery stand. Ghosts at their own funeral, watching from above. Ghosts at their own funeral, hearing all their love. They thought we drowned, they thought we died. Ghosts at their own funeral, now we're filled with pride. We never knew they cared so much before. Ghosts at their own funeral, listen to them pour their hearts out for three wayward boys. Ghosts at their own funeral, tears instead of noise. The preacher tells them we were good, better than anyone ever understood. Those boys are generous hearts, he says. Now they're angels instead of living lads. I see the whole town crying now. Even old mean Injun Joe's got tears somehow. Wait, no he don't, he's just sitting there cold. But everyone else has hearts of gold. The organ plays our funeral song. I can't hold back much longer, it's too strong. Ghosts at their own funeral, watching from above. Ghosts at their own funeral, hearing all their love. They thought we drowned, they thought we died. Ghosts at their own funeral, now we're filled with pride. We never knew they cared so much before. Ghosts at their own funeral, listen to them pour their hearts out for three wayward boys. Ghosts at their own funeral, the sweetest note. I give a signal to Huck and Joe. It's time to let the whole town know. We marched down from the gallery high, three dead boys coming back to life. And just as the preacher starts the final hymn, we walk down that aisle like we're rising from the grave. The whole congregation goes silent. Then Aunt Polly screams. Ghosts at their own funeral, but we're alive. Ghosts at their own funeral, look at their surprise. The whole church erupts in cheers and shouts. Ghosts at their own funeral, that's what it's about. Aunt Polly's hugging me and crying tears of joy. Ghosts at their own funeral, her precious boy greatest moment yet, the day the whole town won't forget, when 3 drowned boys came marching back. Ghosts at their own funeral. What a comeback act. After the funeral, Becky was so happy I was alive. She smiled at me in school, everything was perfect, until I opened my big mouth and mentioned Amy Lawrence. Becky's eyes turned cold as stone when I said Amy's name out loud. I didn't mean to hurt her pride, but now she's gone and joined the crowd of every girl who hates Tom Sawyer. She won't look at me, won't speak my name, and worst of all, I see her now with Alfred Temple playing his cruel game. The love letter written in her hand, love letter I don't understand. She's showing Alfred all her affection now, love letter breaking every vow. She's trying to make me jealous, make me pay. The love pushing me away, my heart is breaking watching her pretend. Love letter, is this how we end? I try to show I just don't care, I laugh and play like nothing's wrong, but inside I'm dying slow. This heartache's been going on too long. Alfred Temple's holding her hand now, reading books right by her side. She glances over just to see if I'm watching her stolen pride. She's using him to wound my heart, tearing my young world apart. She gave to him today, taking my place away. She's laughing with him just to make me hurt. Rubbing in the dirt, every smile she gives him cuts me deep. Stealing all my sleep, this jealousy is poison in my veins, driving me insane. I wanna march right up to her, tell her that I'm sorry, that I care, but pride won't let me bow my head, so I just stand and stare. Alfred Temple knows she's using him, he thinks he's won her heart for real, but Becky's only playing games to make Tom Sawyer feel what she feels.
I see her after school one day. Alfred's pouring ink all over teacher's spelling book, trying to get her to look at it, to get her in trouble, and she don't even know. Maybe I should warn her, but my pride says let her suffer like I'm suffering.
The love letter never sent to me, love letter set my feelings free. She's playing with Alfred, but her eyes find mine. Love letter crossing every line, we're both just kids who don't know how. The love letter to forgive right now, this war of hearts has gone too far. Love letter left a bitter scar. Tomorrow teacher's gonna find that book all ruined with Alfred's ink, and Becky's gonna take the blame somehow, at least that's what I think. Maybe then she'll know what hurting feels like. Maybe then we'll both understand that love at 12 years old is just a letter written in the sand.
The day of Muff Potter's trial arrived. The whole town packed into that courtroom. Injun Joe's sitting there cool as ice.
And me, I made a decision. I couldn't let an innocent man hang, even if it meant my own death.
The courthouse is silent as a grave. Every eye is watching Muff. The lawyer stands and calls his witness, says he's got the evidence and stuff. They parade out all their lies about how Muff was drunk and mean, but I know what really happened there. I was hiding in that graveyard scene. The trial, justice on the line. The trial, it's my time to shine. Muff Potter's gonna hang for what he didn't do. The trial, I know the truth. The blood always heavy on my soul. The trial, but I can't control my conscience screaming out that I must testify. Watch an innocent man die. Muff Potter's lawyer stands up slow. I call Thomas Sawyer to the stand. The whole courtroom gasps out loud. I walk forward with trembling hands. And Judge Joe's eyes burn into mine like daggers cutting through my skin. I swear to tell the truth and nothing else. Now let the reckoning begin. The lawyer asks, where were you that night? I take a breath and face my fright. The trial, truth is what I'll speak. The trial, though my voice is weak, I was hiding in the graveyard watching them. The trial, the night of Doc Robinson's end. The trial, I saw the fight, I saw the blade. The trial, I saw the choice Joe made, and Judge Joe's the one who killed him dead. The trial, Muff, like everyone said. The courtroom erupts in shock and fear. Injun Joe jumps to his feet. He crashes through the window glass, escaping down the street. Muff Potter's crying tears of joy. They're cutting off his chains, but I know that I just signed my death. Injun Joe will make me pay in vain.
I broke the blood oath. I told the truth. Muff Potter's free, but Injun Joe is out there, somewhere in the darkness, planning his revenge on Tom Sawyer.
Free because I spoke. The trial, I broke the oath I swore. An innocent man won't swing today. The trial, but there's a price to pay. Injun Joe is loose and hunting me. The trial, will I ever be free? They call me hero, shake my hand, say I'm the bravest in the land. But every shadow holds his face, every corner's a hiding place. Injun Joe is out there still, waiting for his chance to kill. The trial saved a life today, but now I'm the one who's praying.
Every night since the trial, I hear footsteps outside my window. Every shadow looks like him. Injun Joe is out there somewhere, and he's coming for me. I can't sleep, I can't eat right. Every creak becomes his step. Every breeze against my window is his breath upon my neck. They search the woods, they search the caves, but Injun Joe has disappeared. Like a ghost, like a demon, living out my every fear. Injun Joe's revenge, hunting in the dark. Injun Joe's revenge, I'm his target mark. I testified and sealed my fate that day. Injun Joe's revenge, there's no escape, no way. He's stalking me through every night. Injun Joe's revenge, I'll never win this fight. A killer's rage focused on one boy. Injun Joe's revenge, I'm just his toy. I'm just his toy. I hear stories in the town, how he's living like a ghost, stealing food from empty homes, haunting where we gather most. Some say they've seen him by the river, others swear he's left for good, but I know better, I can feel him watching from the darkened wood. Every shadow holds his face. Death is closing in its shade. Injun Joe's revenge, hunting in the dark. Injun Joe's revenge, I'm his target mark. I testified and sealed my fate that day. Injun Joe's revenge, there's no escape, no way. He's stalking me through every night. Injun Joe's revenge, I'll never win this fight. A killer's rage focused on one boy. Injun Joe's revenge, I'm just his toy. I'm just his toy. Huck says we should run away, leave St. Petersburg behind. But you can't outrun a nightmare, you can't leave your fear behind. He's patient as a spider, waiting for the perfect time to strike and take his vengeance for exposing his dark crime. Last night I swear I saw him, standing in the yard beneath my window, just staring up at me with those dead black eyes. And Polly says it's just my imagination, but I know what I saw. Injun Joe's playing with me, like a cat plays with a mouse before the kill. The picnic was supposed to be fun. Everyone exploring McDougal's cave with their candles. Me and Becky wandered deeper than the rest, following passages that twisted and turned. And then, our candles started dying. And we realized we don't know the way back. The darkness presses us in like walls of stone. We're calling out but no one hears. Every tunnel looks exactly the same. We've been lost for hours down here. Becky's crying, I try to be brave, but my candle's burning low and fast. Once this light goes out forever, I don't know how long we'll last. Lost in McDougal's cave, buried alive. Lost in McDougal's cave, will we survive? The passages twist and turn and never end. Lost in McDougal's cave, around every bend. No food, no water, just the dark. Lost in McDougal's cave, we missed our mark, trapped in the belly of the earth below. Lost in McDougal's cave, which way to go? We try to mark our path with smoke on the limestone ceiling overhead, but every mark looks just the same in this labyrinth of dread. Becky's getting weaker now. She sits down and won't get up. I give her the last piece of cake from the picnic silver cup. The candle flickers one last time. We're running out of borrowed time. Lost in McDougal's cave, darkness closing in. Lost in McDougal's cave, lost in McDougal's cave. This is how we end. The air is getting harder to breathe down here. McDougal's cave, paralyzed by fear. No voices calling, no rescue near. McDougal's cave, death is here. We might die in this underground tomb. I hear water dripping somewhere close. We find a spring to drink our fill. At least we won't die of thirst today, but hunger's got us in its kill. Becky sleeps against the wall. I keep watch though I can't see, thinking about Aunt Polly's tears when they find our bones eventually. Days pass, or maybe hours. I can't tell anymore. The darkness is complete, absolute. We're so weak we can barely move. Becky stopped talking, just lies there. I hold her hand and pray somebody finds us before this cave becomes our grave. Lost in McDougal's cave, fading
cross the line.
I see a dot of light ahead. Or am I dreaming? I crawl toward it, dragging Becky's hand. The light gets brighter. Is it real? Or is this death coming to take us? Lost in McDougal's cave. Lost in the cave.
I'm crawling toward the light, dragging myself through the narrow passage. My kite string trailing behind to mark the path. And then I hear it, breathing. Someone else is in this cave. And I know who it is.
Around the corner with my candle stub, and there he sits against the wall. Injun Joe with his supplies and stolen goods, the devil hiding in his hole. His eyes now open lock with mine. Two enemies in darkness deep, the hunter and the hunted boy in the earth's eternal sleep. Face to face with evil in the cave's dark heart. Face to face with evil, we're 10 feet apart. The man who wants to kill me for what I said. Face to face with evil, we should both be dead. His hand moves toward his knife so slow. Face to face with evil, where can I go? Trapped in the tunnel, nowhere to run. Face to face with evil, my life is done. But then I see his hollow eye, starvation's carved him to the bone. He's weak as death, can barely move, been hiding in this cave alone. We stare at each other in the flickering light. Two souls both fighting to survive. Him running from the hanging rope, me just trying to stay alive. His lips move, but no sound comes out. Too weak to scream or shout. Face with evil, but he can't stand. Face to face with evil, fate's cruel hand. The killer who murdered Doc Robinson there. Face to face with evil, in this underground lair. We're both dying slowly in the dark. Face to face with evil, left alone. Two enemies meeting at death's door. Face to face with evil, can't fight no more. I should feel victorious, seeing him like this, the mighty Injun Joe brought down. But all I feel is terror pure as I back away without a sound. He tries to rise, he falls back down. Too starved to chase me through the black. I turn and run with all I've got, following my kite string back.
I'm crawling, scrambling, running blind. Back through the passages toward Becky. My heart's exploding in my chest. Injun Joe is trapped down here too. We're all gonna die in this cave. But at least I know where he is now. At least I know.
I survive.
Face to face with evil,
Still alive.
the murderer is dying in the cave. Face to face with evil, found his grave. We locked eyes in the darkness deep below. Face to face with evil, Injun Joe. Two souls meeting in the earth's cold tomb. Face to face with evil,
In the gloom.
I've seen the face of death tonight in those black eyes devoid of light. Injun Joe will haunt my dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Face to face we met our fate. Two enemies at hell's own gate, but only one of us will see the sun. Face to face with evil,
And I won.
We made it out of the cave alive. They sealed the entrance with an iron door. But I remembered something. Injun Joe had supplies down there. He must have been hiding treasure from his robberies. Me and Huck, we had to go back in through a secret entrance. Only we knew! We're crawling through the passages again, with torches burning bright this time, following the path back to where I saw him, to the chamber where he committed his crime. Against nature, against man, Injun Joe is dead now, cold and still, his body lying by the sealed door. He starved to death against his will. The treasure hidden in the dark, the treasure we found our mark. $12,000 buried in the cave. The treasure, more than we could save. Gold coins shining in the torchlight's glow. The treasure, Injun Joe's last show. We're rich beyond our wildest dreams come true. The treasure for me and Huck, just us two. We dig beneath the cross marked on the stone, right where Injun Joe had stored his gold. Stolen from stagecoaches, houses, banks, a fortune from a life of being bold. We load it in our sacks and drag it out through tunnels to the secret way. I can't believe what we have found. This changes everything today. From ragged boys to wealthy men, our lives will never be the same again. The treasure, glittering and bright. The treasure, we found it right. $12,000 split between us two. The treasure, our dreams came true. No more poverty, no more empty plates. The treasure changed our fates. From the darkness came a golden light. The treasure, we did it right. Judge Thatcher counts it out in stacks, $6,000 each we own. They put it in the bank with interest rates, the biggest money this town's known. Huck Finn's a gentleman now with wealth. Tom Sawyer's sitting pretty too. All because we had the courage to go back in that cave and follow through. The whole town's talking about it.
Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, the treasure hunters. We survived the cave, faced Injun Joe, found his stolen fortune and brought it home. They're calling us heroes, calling us rich, but all I know is we earned every cent. Through courage, through terror, through survival. This treasure is worth more than gold. The treasure, our story told. We face death and darkness for this prize. The treasure before our eyes. From orphan boys to men of means today. The treasure led the way. Adventure, danger, fear, and glory met. The treasure we'll never forget. Shining in the sun, the treasure, what we've won. Not just the gold, but the tale will tell. The treasure, we survived hell. Two boys who dared to face the dark. The treasure left our mark on the legend of St. Petersburg's lore. The treasure and so much more. $12,000 in the bank, we've got the whole damn town to thank for doubting boys could be so brave. We conquered fear, we conquered cave, we conquered evil, conquered night, and now we're living in the light. The treasure made us rich, it's true, but courage made us something new.
Summer's almost over now. Everything's changed since that day I whitewashed the fence. We're not just Tom and Huck anymore. We're the boys who solved a murder, who survived the cave, who found the treasure. We're heroes, and it feels pretty good. The whole town gathers in the square today to celebrate what me and Huck have done. Judge Thatcher shakes our hands and smiles, says we're braver than most men. Becky Thatcher looks at me with pride. All the hurt from before is gone. Even Aunt Polly's crying happy tears. Her wild boy finally proved them wrong. Heroes of St. Petersburg, that's what they call us now. St. Petersburg, we took our final bow. From mischief-making boys to legends of the town. Heroes of St. Petersburg, we wore the crown. Through danger, death, and darkness deep. Heroes of St. Petersburg, promises we keep. We saved a life, we found the gold. Heroes of St. Petersburg, our story told. Huck Finn's living with the widow Douglas now, getting civilized though he hates it some. But $6,000 changes things, makes you think about what you'll become. I'm still Tom Sawyer, always will be, but something's different deep inside. I've seen things that boys shouldn't see, and somehow I survived the ride. From whitewashing to treasure hunting days, we've lived a lifetime in so many ways. Heroes of St. Peter.
are more than just some ragged boys. We're survivors, we're adventurers, we're heroes of Illinois.
School starts again next week, but I got a feeling this year's gonna be different. Me and Huck, we've got plans. Big plans for more adventures. Maybe we'll head out west, become outlaws or explorers. The world's wide open now, and we're just getting started.
Heroes of St. Petersburg, standing tall and proud. Heroes of St. Petersburg, above the crowd. We faced our fears and conquered every test. Heroes of St. Petersburg, we gave our best. From painting fences to fighting for what's right. Heroes of St. Petersburg, we won the fight. Two boys who changed their destiny. Heroes of St. Petersburg, forever free. Heroes of St. Petersburg, our names will last. Heroes of St. Petersburg, the die is cast. Through love and loss and treasure found. Heroes of St. Petersburg, hallowed ground. The adventures never really end. Heroes of St. Petersburg, around each bend. There's something new waiting for us too. Heroes of St. Petersburg, our whole lives through.
So here's to summer days and childhood dreams, to graveyard mysteries and moonlight schemes, to first loves lost and friendships strong, to knowing right from wrong, to caves and rivers, treasure maps, to taking chances, filling gaps. We're heroes of St. Petersburg tonight, but tomorrow we're just boys, looking for the next great fight.
Heroes of St. Petersburg.